want to let everyone know he didn't mention that none of these ask about me. You know what I'm saying? He just done left me out like I'm a loser. That's all good.
You're faithful in your
That's
marriage.
right.
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Man. All that, man.
That could have been problem for you later. Like, so what's
I didn't know
I know that's true.
BT.
Man, all these. I done had some sliding. I done been slid on. Y'all ain't the only one getting draws. You see, I'm not the normal attractive. Okay, I had to joke my way in the draws. I had to joke my way in. I had to be funny. Anyways, you sexy ass. Go ahead, y'all.
That Porsche, that Lambo, they sit different, boy.
Yeah, that 911 is Porsche is a very specific company because every car they've ever dropped has been that's a Porsche. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the 911 it's a venture off, but no, it's not.
And it's crazy. My personality doesn't match the Porsche just in terms of like everything that comes with it. Because like when I first got it, I didn't really understand that you can't go to like Jiffy Lube or like all the places that I wanted to. They're just like, oh, we're not.
Well, are they recording?
Yeah, we recording.
Okay, good.
So what you was about to say?
I was talking about him in his Porsche and how he can't go to Jiffy Lube. It's different.
Yeah, I get turned away from everything, so I just end up getting like maintenance at the Porsche dealership, and I know I'm getting robbed.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's like a specialty thing. So I don't. My personality doesn't match that.
Have you ever been on the freeway like going fast and police let you go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
it's definitely privileged, but then they see me and I get pulled over. So.
Oh, really?
We didn't see the locks, Negro. Whoop, whoop.
Because I know some. So Porsche, you have to open them up. Like it's called a like an Italian tune-up or whatever it's called. It's like if they don't drive as good without you opening them up. So you got to do one and some change on them to like if it's ever acting funky. That's probably why.
Oh, I don't drive that fast.
Oh.
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just not that. No.
You should.
I don't drive. I don't get it. No, it's cool, but like I've gone over 100. I could probably count on two hands how many times I've gone over 100.
You just got to open it up.
I don't see a reason to risk your life for that.
You don't have to risk your life. It's late at night.
Don't listen to him.
Don't listen to
this
him.
is
This isn't me. This is Byron Bowers.
You know what I realized about myself? I am such a young, old, grumpy Negro. I hate people that drive fast now.
You know people call me grumpy too?
Really?
People call me grumpy.
Damn, that is kind of a grumpy. I feel that too. Or like when they drive fast in the rain.
Yeah, it's like, why are you doing this? I'm like, where are you going?
Yes.
If you're not like literally about to deliver your child, like if it ain't something like that or somebody is dying, I'm like, where are you going in this rush?
I'm with you. I think driving fast when there's people out or in the rain is dumb as hell. Mm-hmm. When it's 1:30. It's nobody out here, baby. It's like, and I'm not gonna drive fast the whole way. I just wanna, like, I'm going to the Long Beach Laugh Factory. Okay. My spot's 11:15. Okay,
Leave on time.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did,
But you don't need another person to crash. That's the crazy part. Think about all the people who just swerved into a tree. It's the worst way to die.
Well, you don't do that on the street. You do it on the freeway. Who's speeding on the street?
This sounds dark.
This is a dark start.
The hoodie. What you was about to say about the hoodie?
This is shout out to Essentials.
That's a cool color.
I'm glad you guys like it, man. Not that I have the shoes to match with it.
Oh, okay.
It's not about that. It's not about that.
How many washes do you think that got in it?
You know what? This is my first time even wearing it. So shout out to my boy.
It's gonna be his last time too. I'm stealing that.
No, listen. To keep my heart in check, Justin asked for it, and Justin's gonna have it. I'm gonna give this to Justin after this.
I didn't ask for it. I said it was fire, and he said you could have it. I said I'm taking it then. Don't be offering me shit.
As soon as you're done with it, I want
it.
Yeah. I'm like,
and when he went out to the car earlier, I was like, I did commit to it.
Thank you.
But that's how we keep our heart in check. Just this is a brand new sweater. I've had it for at least 3 years.
What? Damn.
Right, I know. I just haven't gotten around to it. But the point is, you gotta let it go.
Gotta let it
So
go.
you got it, Justin.
That's crazy.
Thank you, bro.
You got it, brother.
I appreciate that.
That's how powerful hoodies are.
Left me hanging.
Olivier,
He left me
go ahead.
hanging.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. On camera. No, it's okay. It's all
I was
good.
too busy crying about
Give me
money.
the hoodie. Hey, man, don't be too generous with me. Man, we got,
Yes.
man, Patrick, I'm going to let you do the intro.
What up, y'all, man? Another episode of Killing It. I'm your boy, BT Kingsley.
London Brown.
Justin Hires.
And boy, we got one in here today. Hey, man, when you even man, this show, come on, man. Come on,
man. Come on.
What we doing?
Hey, man, we just hit our quota on YouTube, too.
We just I don't know when you're seeing this, but we definitely today,
Hey, man.
we just hit that.
Come on.
Just 1,000 subscribers.
Baby steps.
Are we allowed to do this?
I don't think
we are.
We do like
Oh,
this.
this for
Yeah, a little
women?
nipple twist.
I've never done it.
Yeah, this is
I've never done it
ladies'
either.
nipple twist.
I see a lot of doing it, but I just don't know the rules yet.
I don't know the rules.
What if it's like
exactly.
the middle,
I don't know the
what
rules.
if it's like the middle finger? Like
Yeah, like yeah. You just gotta do a fist. Man, a friend, one of the most amazing creators I know, one of the most hilarious people I know, one of the entities in our business that keeps people employed and keeps things moving. The one and only Pat Cloud.
Hey,
Come on.
Hey, we got Cloud, man.
Hold on, even before we really get
What's
into
up, y'all?
it, man, what's happening, bro? I was telling somebody, I think I was telling Afion Crockett one day about you.
Okay.
I said, Patrick is the funniest person that's not a stand-up comedian that I have just like seen on social media, because we've been in some rooms together. We've done I think we did like Keon Poley show together or something like that, but just you naturally talking, just the things you be saying, even on Roast Me, I'm like, bro, for you to not be a stand-up comedian, you have a very, very like great comedic mind, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. I mean
I
that.
appreciate that.
You know,
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
we
a
don't
lot.
have our geniuses of that level of our generation don't get that light shine on them enough, because they've always existed. You know, I'm trying to think of all the brilliant people that might have done stand-up, but that's not what we know them for, like your Robert Townsends or Keenan. It's like we know them for all the other brilliant stuff that they've created outside of that. What is your relationship with stand-up?
You know what's crazy? I do have FOMO. I have FOMO about it. I've respected it my entire life, even way before I was in the business. I was huge on watching like specials. My favorites were like Louis C.K., and you know, obviously I went through like the Eddie Murphy and the Richard Pryors, but I really locked in around like Chappelle. That was like when I was like in middle school, and I've done it. I enjoy doing it, and I really like being in that atmosphere. But I was actually just thinking about this the other day, is that when you do the whole like jack of all trades, master of none thing, there are some things that get left on the table because it's just like, when your priorities are in 10 different things, you kind of have to sit back and be like, damn, I'm probably not going to be really, really good at any of these things. So what I put my energy into is I really like learning how to make shows and productions, and then I can back up and see if I have time to do it myself. So for instance, like when I was in middle school, I went to performing arts school, and I was in like plays and stuff. And I did Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat. Wow. Right. And there was a point in time I was in red overalls and a yellow shirt, dancing around like this. And I was like, this ain't for me. The next year I was in stage crew, learning how to build sets and put the shows on. I thought that was more not only my personality, but it would take me further. So
it's the damn dance.
It was literally this dance. It was like, it's like, I like it. So I feel like there might be a point in time where I take it seriously and start doing it. But once I realized that there was like a internet popularity thing where I could sell tickets but not be ready, I was like, I'm not gonna be that guy. I would rather learn how to shoot a special. And I was really blessed to be taught by like a lot of great producers on how to shoot specials, and I think that's probably what's gonna happen before I step on stage, for real.
Dope.
Wow. I mean, just thinking about even piggybacking on that, you talking about shooting specials. I look at somebody like Ali Sadiq and how he's kind of using his YouTube page as a network for comedians to put out their specials? Is that something that you thought about, or All Def had thought about, to kind of use y'all YouTube as a network to put out other people's specials?
Absolutely. And I think that it's like, okay, for instance, like when I first got into comedy, it was Hollywood. Hollywood was this weird entity that was gatekeeping and only letting certain comedians do certain things. And then after that, it was Netflix. Like everybody wanted that Netflix thing. But it gets to a level where it's like, damn, I was really sick of seeing like insanely talented people just not get those looks and then feel like they weren't good enough because of that. So, you know, you just brought up Afion. I just saw him at CT's special. And he's now in that lane. And I even had to just give him his flowers. I was like, yo, not only is this amazing that this is happening, I'm glad it's you. Because you've been a face in this business for so long. It makes sense coming from somebody who cares, as opposed to these like entities that no one really knows about, but people get in and then they shut the door behind them. Right. So I could definitely see that. And it's been something I've been wanting All Def to do, and I hope they still can. But I could definitely see that being a personal venture of mine too. It just has to make sense, because anybody could shoot a special, but the comedian cares. So they're like, where's it going though? You know, like, is it just gonna go on YouTube for like 20 people?
Right.
So yeah,
platform matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a interesting segue. I don't know if this is always realized. You are one of the early cultivators of the internet.
Oh no, I can't take credit for that.
Because you don't fucking know.
No, I was too late.
No, you're not.
I mean, early cultivators.
That's because you think we've been in the internet for hella long, and we have not. If the internet starts within 80s or whatever, right? And then MySpace is 03, right? All Def's like 10 years later. And I believe that the things that are happening right now in the internet are setting the building. Like right now, if this was the NBA, we're still we're still black and white. You're Bob Cousy as fuck. I don't know, you know, like you're
hilarious.
Jerry West. Like you are not Steph, my nigga. we're very early in the internet, and All Def's presence in the internet will have rippling effects for years way beyond us. And understanding that when you were there at its inception, how early on are you in All Def, and what is the initial position there?
So right now I'm the oldest employee. I joined back in 2014-ish, maybe 2013-ish. And back then it was a room. It was a room behind the annex of a bigger company called Awesomeness TV, which was like a white tween company. Right. And then it was 17 magazine, and then there was an annex, and then it was All Def. And I was an intern for Awesomeness, but it was only 2 times a week. So one thing that I was taught was like, you know, when you're doing an internship, you're not working there, and people get comfortable too quick. So don't eat lunch, don't do none of that, you know? So I remember I would spend lunch walking around, and like, you know, one time someone gave me a little tour, and there was like this little black company in the back, like way in the back. It was cold.
Little black company.
And they were doing the drop back then, and it was like a whole different staff. But then like Russell Simmons came in, and like he was like, "What up, nigga?" I was like, whoa. And then he was like talking to people and stuff. And so I spent the summer as an intern there, and I guess I impressed the right people. I signed on to be the VP's personal assistant.
This is the Asian gentleman that was at the helmets.
Nah, black woman, Aaliyah Williams.
Okay.
She was running the company.
Wow, Aaliyah.
Shout out to Aaliyah.
Shout out to Aaliyah. Shout out to Aaliyah. She gave me my first shot. She said she needed a personal assistant, and I was able to do that. I didn't do it for very long. I then became like an office PA. I really did all the grunt work, like all of it, anything that you could think of. There was a couple times I was like doing errands for Russell, getting him vegan shit. And
wow.
I remember I had to go to Aaron Brothers and frame Def Jam posters and all this stuff. But for the most part, it was like equipment manager. I didn't go to school for any of this.
Did you get him any bitches?
No, I didn't get him any bitches. He didn't need me for that. He did not need me for that. I wasn't involved. I wasn't involved in none of that. I was involved in all the boring shit.
Oh, okay. All right.
I didn't see none of the wild shit that was apparently happening. Yeah.
My bad, but anything else? I cut you off.
No. That was pretty much it. I was
okay.
equipment manager. You know, I shot some stuff around the office, and I pretty much just worked my way up to producer.
And then how did you work your way up? What was the moment when they started to see you like, oh, okay, he could produce, content for us?
There was 3 pivotal moments. The first one was everybody was locked in to their computers, but like Slink Johnson was coming in and taking off his shirt, putting on, shout out to Slink. He was putting on, like, going in our prop room and putting on wrestling masks and like yelling. And I was like, nobody's recording this. I'm the equipment manager. So I would be doing like little skits around the office. And then that's when they were like, okay, he could do production. And then the second time was they were doing major stuff and they just gave me a phone, no budget, and was like, do our Facebook. So I was doing these POV sketches that ended up getting like millions of views compared to the ones that we were spending money on that were getting like 5,000 to 20,000. So I inadvertently got a lot of people fired because they were just like, let's just do this. And then a lot of people couldn't. So that kind of shifted me into production. And then the third one was that once I was a producer, we were in a pool of producers that were all kind of like pitching and shooting stuff. And then me and another producer named Desiree Alcarez was like, was getting the most traction on our videos, so we sort of elevated into the head of comedy and head of music.
Wow.
Yeah,
because All Def was a lot of different things. They still do music and sports and so on and so forth now. But at that time it was like it's
comedy and music
Def Jam.
mostly.
Yeah.
Back then it was comedy, music, and poetry.
Yeah.
And poetry wasn't getting views or money, but Russell thought it was important to just have it, and that was a good lesson I had too. So now like, running a network, there can be some stuff that takes L's, but it's just good to have.
Okay, so I'm trying to line this up because from the outside looking in, I remember All Def is happening. I remember there was an Asian gentleman who I felt like was at the helm of it. And I can't remember.
Sydney Kim.
Yeah.
Sydney Kim.
Sydney Kim was the head of production. Yeah.
And then, for whatever reasons, unbeknownst to me, I'm not there. He's gone, and then I feel like youth takes over. It feels like, oh, the prisoners are running the asylum, and everything. It felt like it took like a skyrocket after that. This is you and Kev and Doe, and this is just like these Teddy Ray and these entities start existing, and the other shows start coming out.
Yeah.
What am I missing?
No, so what happened was there was kind of like a restructure. And Kev was brought in. Kev was a big reason for this because he was actually a stand-up comedian.
Right.
And that's what a lot of companies don't really do is they'll have producers trying to relate to this whole ecosystem that they don't really get, and that's how you get awkward producers. But Kev wasn't awkward. He knew everybody. He brought literally everybody in. Tahir, Meg, Doughboy might have been already. I think he brought in well, a lot of people, it was just like the Wild West. Like Doughboy got his job. He just came with his laptop and started writing scripts. He wasn't getting paid, and then we eventually started using him. And Tahir and Meg came and auditioned for The Drop. So it was kind of just like this new flood of people. And Sydney Kid was still there. Him and Kev were running it together.
Got it.
And then we just had like brainstorming sessions where every producer got to like throw in ideas, and then the best ones they got to produce. And then if yours did well, you sort of moved up or had like, the credibility of doing bigger stuff, which gave me the chance to do my first show, which was Remember That, which a lot of people don't remember. And then my second show was Roast Me.
Wow.
Yeah.
What up, man? It's your boy BT Kingsley, man. Killin the Pod is here. Been a great time, man. Subscribe to the page. You here? Press that button.
You got to talk about creating Roast Me.
Man, it's on fire. Shout out to Brandon Lewis. Shout out to Brandon Lewis, Craig Smith. Shout out to all those cats, man. Roast Me, it just never gets old, man.
Man, I got so much love for that cast, man. And that show showed me like, I guess like my breaking point because it was so hard to do. It was so difficult to do. They gave me a $35,000 budget, which I thought was a lot of money. And at the time, we had this meeting, this big company meeting, and the boss at the time, his name's Sanjay, he said, the two things we need right now is a game show, we need game show format, and we need roasting format. because we just had Tony Hinchcliffe come in and roast Teddy and Doughboy, and it went viral.
Oh, yeah,
and then we had for the first time of old people learning how to roast, and that went viral. So we just had like this roasting stuff going on, bubbling. And so I left that meeting and I was like, I'm gonna make a roasting game show, which at the time was a good idea, but that show really let me know that you kind of have to let things cook for a little bit, because the first season was crazy. I found this old nuts and bolts factory, and it turned into a production studio, and I rented it for 3 days, and it was a hard 3 days. I had a design team come in for that first day, and we made the set, and then the second day I had the camera team come in and tape it off, and it just so happened to be the hottest 3 days of the year, and the AC was broken, so it was sweltering in there. And then the third day I had it was hot. I wasn't really good as a producer. I was wearing a bunch of hats, so like little things like crafty and stuff wasn't really right. I didn't really make it comfortable for the team. It was all about my vision, and I was like, I wasn't letting people laugh on set, and I was like really a stickler because I didn't know what I was doing. And we shot it. It wasn't that funny. And I remember like I was driving the truck and putting everything. So I loaded everything back on the truck. And I just like parked it somewhere, and I went home and I wept. It was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. I was like, that shit did not work.
What'd you learn from that?
You can't force funny. You need a team, because no one cares about your vision. The people who's doing sound, people who are doing camera, they're just doing what they're doing, and then they're moving on. They're not like, man, I hope this works, So you have to make it comfortable for people. You have to make sure, like you did. As soon as I came in, hey, you want some water? You cool? Like that is how you run something, because then all of you're better on camera like that, and it's just good practice.
And everybody's comfortable.
Yeah, and you can't force funny. Like if you guys are all like hot, you haven't eaten, all that kind of stuff, and I'm just like, all right, come on, and it's improv, there's no script, and it's like, all right, next big joke, that kind of stuff, like what, so that was a big thing. But then it's like a big thing that I learned is that it doesn't have to be perfect once it drops, and I still use that today. It just has to come out. You can tweak it. It took a whole season of like me looking at season 1 and being like, this is cool, but there's something missing. And then the promotion for that, I filmed myself in a break room, and it was loose, and it felt like school. That's a big thing. I was like, the game show where it's like you have to do this and get called on and do a joke, and there's the rotating thing and the blah blah blah, the blocking. The marketing was it. It was somebody in the hot seat, a bunch of people clowning, and I was just picking moments up, and I was like, this feels like school. So then season 3, I built the classroom and threw the format out and made it like controlled chaos. And that's why I think no one can copy it, is because there is no script. I just figured out a way to control that chaos.
It's excuse me. That's you what you said likened to what Kev on stage was talking about, just getting the content out. Just sometimes we get sore in our heads about it, right? But just get the content out. Man. So shout out to Kevin on stage, man. Shout out to you, man, for that vision and just not being afraid to do that, man. It's dope.
Roast Me is a crazy entity that is like it's like never going away. It's like anything will be going on, and I've been out with. Let me. Okay, we have to talk Roast Me because you're fucking here. Why Brandon Lewis? I have a very specific reason why I think why, but I want to know why you.
Shout out to Brandon Lewis, man.
Shout out to Brandon Lewis. Brandon Lewis is actually one of the. I'll tell you exactly why him, but just that aside, one of the best hosts I've ever seen. Rest in peace to Teddy Ray, one of the most amazing comedians to ever bless me with his presence. He was the original host for when it was still getting worked out. But he after the first season, he just really wasn't in it anymore. And people think that we fired him and stuff like that because people always assume the negative, but he left the show. So we were kind of in a position where we were like, okay, we respect that. We still worked with him after that. But we were just like, we need somebody new. And I had just gone to a show at the Union, that old comedy club. Uh-huh. And I saw B-Lou for the first time. And he was also one of the strongest roasters on the show. So that was a big deal to me because I wanted the host to roast also. And Teddy was really good at roasting Doughboy, but I feel like there was a part of him that felt like it was mean, so he didn't really go too tough on anybody. But Brandon was just kind of like, he was a good host, and he roasted. But what I found out as we did the show and as we made the show grow is he's a master of energy. It's not just the hosting, it's the energy. And it was his perspective on a lot of things that made me start thinking of the show as more of a sport than anything else. Before, like season 3, it felt like a highlight reel. It was just like, this one, he did a good joke, he did a good joke, he did a good joke, he did a good joke. But what I realized when we did a deal with Caffeine, because Caffeine was like a live platform, and they were like, you have to shoot for an hour live. And I was like, I'm used to shooting for 40 minutes and cutting it down to 20. So that was terrifying. But then I realized, like, this is like boxing, because it takes a miss from me, a miss from you, a good joke from you, a miss from you, and then a huge joke for you for that to build up. And then that joke is so much more funnier than just a huge joke, cut, you don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I learned how the misses worked, the jabs. It's like jabs, big hits, misses, you know, like breaks. It was like controlling the energy of a show, which then was like, oh, okay, I see why people are breaking it down the way they're doing it. It's not just like, oh, this was a funny episode, this wasn't a funny episode. It was like people were breaking it down like an NBA game. And that's when I was like, oh, okay.
And you you left that in the edit.
Yes.
You left in the edit the rhythm of how it builds.
Mm-hmm. Well, not necessarily. I would move some things around and control it, but we had to do it live. We had a whole team. It was an hour straight. And that's when I was just like, okay, you can't just sit people in a room and let them roast for an hour. That's not a show. Mm-hmm. But you can do certain things to control the energy and make spikes and how do we get out of this lull? Whereas the season 1 was just like, all right, what y'all got? So that's when I say like controlled chaos. There was just like a lot of little things that I picked up.
I want to know, is there any part of you that wants to develop content for television, or you like, that's not even necessary now, let me just focus on online?
You know, there was a point in time where I was like all in for YouTube. I think it was a point in time where I was at Awesomeness, and they revealed to us some numbers of some shows that were on cable, and these were like not necessarily like prime time, like channels 3 to 12 or nothing, but like pretty big channels. Mm-hmm. And they showed me like the average season opener or series opener, like view wise, and those numbers was like a bad video on YouTube.
Right.
So that's when I was like, oh, a shift changed. Like, regardless of what people are talking about, this is where the eyeballs are. So I'm glad that we shifted to that and put all of our energy into it. But now that like cable's out of it and streaming is starting to like pick up things that were based in web series, I see myself doing both. Shout out to Kev on Stage again. He's kind of unlocked that. He's putting a lot of things that were meant for YouTube up on streaming platforms. So it's kind of like, okay, seeing that that's possible, that's definitely something that I want to get back into. Yeah. Also, especially scripted.
Got it.
So do me a favor, put this phone on here, because I don't want it messing up your sound, and it's going crazy right now. My logic on the Brandon Lewis thing was, one, he's one of the strongest roasters.
Yeah.
And you kind of want somebody in the sport commentating, because like you said, like if it was the NBA, it's like, oh no, this is Shaq talking about how big men should dominate in the paint type shit. It's like, oh yeah, that all makes sense. And energy thing. So I was like, I'm glad it was it's in alignment, because if you know B. Lewis, then you know that when I be trying to figure you out. So like it's the behind the scenes thing, right? Okay, cool. This genius brain is creating all these things behind the scene. But then on the flip, you're very clear about your brand. You have where did the logo? Obviously, Cloud is right in alignment, but your logo is specific. It is on clothing. It is on blankets. I have seen the big booty girls in little shorts in them.
The drawing or the like?
The drawing is the logo, the one on your chain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do we get here?
This?
Yes.
Oh, I drew this in class in 3rd grade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
This was before my name was Cloud, actually. I drew this on a pink piece of paper, and that paper like followed me. I found it in middle school, and I was like, I found it in high school, and then I was walking around my college campus, and it was like in a bag I was in, and I was like, okay. So
Cloud isn't your last name?
No, it's not my last name.
Oh, I didn't know that.
My last name is Houston.
Oh, Houston. That's right. I did see that. I mean, my last name Hires, and people think that's a fake name. And I'm like, it's real.
I did that to protect my family in case I fucked up.
Right. But to piggyback on what he's saying, that was something, like, you seem very comfortable with who you are.
Thank you.
I want to know, was that always the case? Like in like elementary, middle school, were you comfortable? Were you kind of the awkward or shy dude, or were you always like, no, this is who I am and it is what it is?
No, I definitely wasn't. I definitely wasn't comfortable in school. 'Cause normal growing up black shit. Am I black enough? Am I too black? Depending on who you hanging around, that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I was always a musician, so I was very much introverted. I kind of, I guess it was weird. Like I was popular without like.
What do you play?
Piano.
Oh yeah.
I played piano, but in elementary school I played the cello, and then through middle school I played the sax. So I was always kind of like doing something. But I feel like that just hand in hand made me sort of like introverted, like gotta practice and stuff, But even in college, I didn't really like talk to anybody. I wasn't like a partier ever.
Why you say it like that? Gotta practice.
Yeah, gotta practice.
Why you give him an accent? Why did you give him an accent?
I didn't say it like that. That is how I said it. But I don't know. I think that I don't know. Just over time, growing up, I've always been like, how I am is how I am, like, but the comfort kind of came with that, like, this is fine.
Did it come over time, or did it come with success?
Probably over time. Yeah, definitely over time. Yeah, because I think that comfort helped with my brand a lot. It actually became my brand, if I think about it. Like, it was just sort of like, wearing stuff that I wanted to wear, and people who didn't like the fit would say like, it works for you, that whole thing. It's eclectic,
right? I love that for you. Yeah. I hate when people say that shit too. I love that. Like, so what that mean? You really don't fuck with you, just like it for me. All right.
But I was like, that's cool. It's my personality, I guess.
Where'd you grow up, bro?
Los Angeles, Arlington Heights. Oh, I was born in Laurel Canyon, and then at 15 I moved to Crenshaw and Adams.
Any siblings?
Older brother, older sister.
Oh, so how do you feel like you got, being middle, do you feel like you got enough attention, or?
No, I was the youngest, so I got all of it. But no, I was definitely like, the whole like trope of youngest has to be goofy, ease the tension of the room. Mm-hmm. That was me. Yeah.
Were you like class clown, or was that your thing, or?
I was class clown, but I was also smart. So my parents would always say like that. My teachers would say he's really, really smart, and I was like, questions was my thing. I was always asking way too many questions, but then I guess that balanced out me joking, because I was never like disrespectful class clown. It was just like make the room laugh.
Okay,
so it's kind of like I was the teacher's pet also.
Teacher's pet plus London went to high school, and I don't know if this was my question, but we have to answer it. First of all, pause. All right, pause. All right.
To what was said or what's about to be said?
What's about to be said.
He might about to say. Oh, let's go.
This doesn't count, Justin. This doesn't count like
as a pause.
No, this counts as a pause, but this don't count how I've set up all the other women for that question.
Oh my goodness!
No,
this is gonna be a real pause. If he asks, "How have you made it as a beautiful?"
Come on, somebody.
Women love you. I don't know if you know this. In my Discord, there is like there's a this dreamy Pat Cloud thing. Did that exist in high school too?
Mm-hmm. And I always had them. And I always had them.
Shut up.
Because having women support is different than having dudes support you. It's like, oh yeah, thanks fellas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like there's a women I get to live in a world where I have homeboys who know their way around women, as do I. We all respect each other as assassins. I also live in a world where women are very comfortable with me, and they say what they say and they mean what they say. And you're one of the names that comes up, and I'll be like, all right, cool. Can we talk about something else? Like, can we move along? Can we forward this conversation? Do you feel that in the business as far as like when you're promoting stuff, when you are selling something, when you're dropping art, because we gonna talk about music. I don't know if you think you just slid past that, which I gotta practice. But do you feel their support?
Women?
Yeah.
Of course. I think I'll probably go as far as to say that most success starts with women, regardless of the genre, you know, because I think that a lot of what drives men is rooted in women, you know, whether that be the money or like the success and all that. So it's crazy. Like whenever you see something blow up, sometimes you can kind of like trace it back to, you know, where it started. And a lot of times it'd be like a bunch of dudes, like let's say a bunch of us were like looking at a new artist or something like that, and we'd be like, that nigga trash, right?
Right.
And then all the women are talking about him like, this nigga's hot, this nigga blah, blah, blah. And then at some point, this room of dudes is like, let's go see what they're talking about because all the girls is over there. Right? And then eventually, that same group can be all super fans of that dude because of their introduction. So I think that women support without the ego part of it, you know? And I just think that they just go hard. Like a lot of my supporters, like the ones that go the hardest are women.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about support. I'm talking about they want to fuck.
Oh, wait, what?
I'm not talking about, oh man, this is a great person. That's not what it is.
Yeah.
And London knows what the fuck I'm talking about. He over here acting bashful, but
It's not about me. It's not about me. Camera, it's not about me.
Cause I'll be out places or I'll be in conversations and I'll hear this is how the conversation go. Two women talking, so hey, so what's going on with London? Hey, so you know Pat? And I'm like, why are you asking me about that? Ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about. So when these kind of things, I'm talking about that kind of support, like this, you know.
I just wanna let everyone know he didn't mention that none of these bitches ask about me. You know what I'm saying? He just done left me out like I'm a loser. But, you know, that's all good. You know,
You're faithful in your
that's
marriage.
right.
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was
And that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Thank you.
Yes.
Man, fuck all that, man.
Because that could have been problem for you later. Like, oh, so what's with all
I didn't know we were doing it
I
this
know that's
episode.
true.
Just
all
there's
these
these
bitches talking
bitches.
to BT.
Man, fuck all these. I done had some sliding. I done been slid on. Y'all ain't the only one getting draws. You see, I'm not the normal attractive. Okay, I had to joke my way in the draws. You know, I had to joke my way in. I had to be funny. Anyways, you sexy ass niggas, go ahead, y'all. You know, y'all go ahead and have y'all sexy nigga talk. I sit this one out. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies, if I'm wrong, y'all put it in the comments. But I'm not, and mind you, I noticed I didn't put myself in there either. And I am a certified assassin. I live a great life. But I know I have boys where I've seen women throwing themselves at them. And I'm like, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. I ain't, you know, shit, you fucking, you know.
So you ask
Wandrell, as far as I'm concerned, but that support just seems like a interesting thing, and I'm watching you navigate it. I'm just like, are they buying the clothes? Are they? I'm seeing them, but they be having the little drawers on with the little clouds on their butts.
Yeah, man. So you're specifically talking about like fucking?
Yeah, I'm talking about those women. I'm talking about that kind of support.
Well, okay, so I think that one thing that we're not really taught a lot growing up as men.
Coochie comfort.
Yeah, what is that?
Coochie comfort.
This new.
What is that?
They support you with their coochie.
I'm interested.
I feel like they support you by giving you some ass. It's coochie comfort. It's like, I like you so much. Here's some coochie.
I don't even know if you've met these women. I'm not even saying that. I'm
buy
not
some merch.
My bad.
I
get what you're saying.
It's a
But
different support.
It is, but
I don't think women support Ruben Studdard and Trey Songz the same way.
Oh, they support Trey Songz, nigga.
What's wrong with?
Wait, what you mean Trey Songz?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Those two separately.
Separate.
Yeah, it's like they're both very talented.
I mean, you'd be surprised, bro. Probably Ruben type.
Y'all ever met Trey Songz?
Yeah.
This nigga will eye fuck you.
Wait, as a nigga? You sure he didn't want to fight?
That nigga, he liked to fight too. That nigga liked to fight.
Are you sure he didn't misunderstand?
That nigga definitely likes to fight.
Wait. Trey Songz like to fight?
Yes.
Okay, hey man, I've met him twice. I've met him twice. Great dude.
He I fucked you both times?
One time.
Oh, so you hitting about 50% with Trey?
50%. One of them times I think he had me confused. I had braids in my hair. I'm like, hey nigga, I know I look a little feminine. Nigga,
what was the environment?
It was a club. It was a nightclub. Shout out to Trey.
Shout out to Trey.
I was looking like a damsel in distress and shit. I was like, this nigga, what is happening?
Hey, Mr. Trigger.
What? Yeah. Anyways, back to you.
I've never been in the same room with Trey Songz.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, nigga, you are a fawn to him, okay? What's those little deers? The fawn? Yeah. Watch out. A doe. Coochie comfort. Your women. Speak on it.
Oh my God. Okay, so I don't know. It's like unicorn advice, but like we don't get taught enough about like sexual discipline.
Yes.
And like there would be like mentors in the game that essentially say that like there's nothing wrong with being in a room filled with women that want to fuck you and not fucking all of them. You know what I mean? As kids, we grew up rappers and
yes,
I'm fucking all of them. But like when you realize that that's like just not doing that is power in itself. You know, you don't have to do that. You can be exclusive. But a big thing for me also was like, you know, being in a position where I'm around a lot of beautiful women that are looking for they're around me to work, and I'm in a position to cast. I don't touch that, you know? And that's just me personally, because I've seen a lot, especially like new producers that just got that power. You start seeing a lot of weird stuff. And I talked to these women too. And when I was a young producer, I would just straight up ask them. And a couple of them told me like, don't even try. If they holler at you, that might be a little different. But the whole like trying to get at a girl and then being in a position where you control if they're in a project or not. A lot of people will like slight them if it didn't work out. You know what I mean? And right. I don't even want to touch that. And plus I've had some. I've been working for companies that were in the Me Too movement and stuff like that. You know, multiple. So I've seen bad examples of it from a high level and from the level I was at, and it's something that I don't entertain.
That's beautiful. The music. What is your relationship with music? Because I personally am a fan.
Hey, cool.
Drifting is in my rotation. How often do you like to put out music? Like, just what's the relationship with it? Is it something you want to do all the time? Is it you do it when it's fun for you?
Yeah, it's definitely not something I want to do all the time. I used to live in a studio that was in my parents' like back house. That was like a garage. So I was doing it all the time. After the pandemic, I was pretty much spending most time like getting into streaming, travel shows. My attention shifted, and I didn't really want to do that. It was usually like an album a year, just to do it, you know. And then like from 2021 to 2024, I didn't really do anything. But then last year, I put out like a small EP. I just shrunk down what a project was, because a lot of times when you like, I'm gonna do this project and it's huge, it gets overwhelming, and then you either never start or you do a little bit of it and don't finish it. And that's me 100%. So I sort of reduced it to like just an EP, and that kind of like built the momentum. And then I dropped the album earlier this year, and then I just dropped an EP on Halloween. So it's kind of one of those things that it just kind of happens when it happens. But I just did so much music in my 20s. Like a lot of these songs are just old. So I just like dress them up and drop them. But I don't really do music anymore. When my focus now is like to get into like DJing. Because it's way more upbeat. When I do music, all my music is like very sleepy and slow and stuff like that.
It's a vibe.
I don't really do upbeat music. So when my friends translated into like DJs and started performing and doing like hype stuff that I probably could never get done on stage with my own music, that's when I was like, okay, this is the next music vehicle for me. But I still want to drop.
Who
music.
do you listen to?
Who
are like your go-tos?
You know, I think a big reason why I don't do a lot of music is because when I listen to music, it's more like when I'm boxing or in the gym, and that's like weird meditation music. I listen to a lot of meditation music because it just makes me focus a lot. So I haven't really been listening to artists a lot. But I would say like the last few albums I downloaded would be like maybe Tame Impala. Who did I just download to? I would say like my all-time favorites would be like Tribe Called Quest and like ODB. That's probably what I listen to the most. Yeah. So random.
Yeah.
Recently I've been listening to like a lot of electronic music. Like there's this, I can't even pronounce her name. She's like this Russian girl. That's who I've been listening to. Just kind of like trying new stuff. And I also grew up kind of like listening to a lot of rock. Yeah, like the Beatles. I love the Beatles.
Say word.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite band.
You sing Grounded, bro. You sing Grounded. And my question to you would be, as a producer, I know that your mind is always, from what I know, from the producers I work with, you guys are always like, you're always forward thinking. What would you, if you had to make a call to yourself, the past or future you, what would you say to that person?
From the production point of view, stream.
General, whoever.
Live
Patrick,
streaming.
what would you say to that person?
I would call back and say stream. Every idea, every production idea that you have, see what it looks like to stream it. And that actually helped me. I was producing a studio show earlier this year, and they ended up not being able to do it. So I reworked the entire thing into a live stream. And I was like, I don't know if that's like better or worse, but I think that's where the whole industry is going. I think at this point we're kind of late, but it's still like, you know, like Bitcoin, like it's like 10 years ago, it's like you missed out, but if you do it now, and now we are here at that point where it's like, damn, I wish I did this.
I feel like you're an early adapter to streaming. I feel like you're an early adapter to Twitch for sure.
I was early in terms of like I was in the know because I've always just been looking there.
Okay.
But in terms of like locking in and doing that, I missed that. Like back in the pandemic, I feel like everybody touched it because we couldn't do nothing else.
Right.
But you know, the people who really stayed with it. I mean, that's how we have a Kai Cenat now and AMP. That all started in the pandemic, but I think it was happening before then with Ninja and stuff like that. So, and I actually just consulted with a couple of creators who were thinking of doing the whole production thing, and I was just like, look at it as a stream and see if it's not better or worse. And a lot of them switched over and ended up saving money and being able to be more consistent.
What you think about this? Is just an idea I just had. This might be a dumbass idea. All deaf 24-hour stream, and you will have different people that's known on all deaf come in, almost like radio. Like they would come in for 2 hours at a time, kind of entertain the audience or whatever, and then somebody else come in.
That's definitely on the table. We have a 24/7 live stream of all deaf, but it just runs programming.
Like a fast channel.
And then we had like a couple virtual cons over the pandemic where it would be sort of like a host at a time kind of coming in. So it's definitely possible. I think it's just about sort of like, you know, merging the two worlds, because I think why a lot of older people like don't get the streaming thing is because there's no structure. It's usually just somebody yapping about something you don't know or playing video games, and if you're not into that stuff, it's hard to get into. But I noticed with like, I don't know if anybody's seen Streamer University. Have you guys seen that? Yeah. That was big amongst people 30 plus because there was the reality TV angle of like the professors, are they going to hook up, that whole thing.
Right.
There was the story angle of like the young guys, you know, getting in trouble and stuff like that. It was structure. And that's when I was like, oh, that was the one thing that was missing with the older people. It was just structure.
Right.
So now I'm thinking of like, okay, the older people know about the studio stuff and the younger people know about the live streaming stuff. If you can meet in the middle.
Is that what you think is next? You think streaming is the way this is our...
Yeah. I feel like that too, because it's like appointment. It's almost like that's the only way to have somewhat appointment television.
Yeah.
Where it's like you have to watch it now. That's why sports do so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
they don't. That's the best part.
Yeah.
And they appointment stream. Like most streamers have, hey, I'll be on at this time, and people pull up. So it's almost like reverse engineering away from streamers like Netflix, the big box people or whatever the fuck.
Well, hold on. That was gonna get me to my next question. To piggyback on that is, so what would be the tip if somebody was just starting social media today? And they're like, I'm trying to grow an audience. I'm trying to grow my brand, grow an audience. What's like one or two things that you would tell them to focus on or they should do?
Well, the thing that I love about streaming that I feel like a lot of people, it actually gets in their way, is that the live element is a big part of it, but that can come later. Like if you okay, imagine this was a stream, right? You guys had to shoot this anyways.
Yep.
And then you got to edit it, and you got to put it out. It's a lot of time and a lot of money. And then you have to chop up clips. When you shoot something live, you kind of are all doing everything at once. You have to be polished enough to not mess up so much that you need those cuts and all that stuff. But there's also a little lenience when you're live. Like if you mess up and you have a fan base watching and it's live, a lot of times people, you know, they would let us walk off and get some waters and then come back. You know, like it's very much like hanging out with the person. But what a lot of people don't realize is that if you have to shoot it and drop it anyways, you stream it and you're clipping the whole time. So now you can stream it. You can take that live stream and put it on YouTube, and it's just like you shot it. You can cut that up if you want. So now you get the live stream with the fans, even if they're not there. You get the live editing and clipping, and then you get the project that you wanted anyways. So it's not really hurting you except the Wi-Fi and the performance element, but those are things you got to upgrade anyways. So I would definitely tell new creators to just put the effort into streaming, because you can get all of that other stuff from there. I used to do reaction videos and commentary videos where I would have to shoot myself and then edit it with the thing. But now with my streams, I'm actually live watching it, and then I can cut it. So it's like the format is a little different, but I'm doing what I was doing before way easier. How do you do? Because I dabbled in that for a little bit, maybe about a year ago, like doing reaction videos on the stream. Yeah. Who's editing your clips though? Me. You are. Because I don't have to. I have a stream deck right here that has a whole bunch of buttons on it, and one of the buttons is clip. So anytime I say something funny or something that a moment that I like, I press that button, and then after the stream, I go back and I grab it and I post that.
Go a step further. If
I didn't know that.
Well, I'll give you one better. If the audience is in there, they'll clip it too. They'll be like, that was hilarious. They can clip it for you. Yeah. You can clip it. So you're doing 3 things at once. You're doing the live one that you're... One thing that I hated doing, I hated shooting something and then shooting a bunch of stuff, and then that first thing I shot never came out. Y'all ever did that? Yeah. Yeah. But if you stream everything that you're working on is out. So even if you miss going back and clipping something, you still gave that to people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wow. Well, it's so funny because this is something that I mentioned when we first started, you know, but I was saying that's how we could do our Patreon, which is we could stream this live. Like if we had our Patreon set up, we could be streaming this right now, and then whenever we want to put out the polished episode, we put that out, you know, whenever. But our Patreon people will get to see this like 2 days early. Yeah. Exactly. And you don't
That's not even like an extra step besides posting the link.
Yep.
Yeah. So okay, and that
Nigga, tomorrow I'm setting up this Patreon. Nigga.
Blame him. You've been on Damn Internet, You Scary. We send you the link every single time.
Is it touche?
You should have been told them that.
I said something
You've been
about
sitting on this kind of
Sitting on the information. I said it like 3 months ago.
You know, BT.
Man, shit crazy, man. So man, Cloud, man, so like no. I still want to know when you knew Roast Me was a hit, but we also have to talk dad jokes.
Yeah.
Because that's also your baby, right?
Yeah.
So because these has to be two of the higher like watermarks for All Def.
Mm-hmm.
How did you know Roast Me was a hit, and when did you know Dad Jokes was a hit?
So those two worked polar opposites. One was a hit right away. One I had to bust my ass for, right? So Roast Me was like, I have this idea. We did a test episode. I was like, I think this could work. We shot the first season. I was like, this did not work. But what's weird was that promotion where I was like walking around and stuff like that, that was promoting season 1. So people were watching that and they were like, this is a hit. And then season 1 dropped and they're like, this wasn't what we... So it's kind of backwards. The promotion ended up hitting better for season 1. So then season 2 happened. I would say season 3 was when I knew for real, because then it was like, okay, I had some time to work with this, and other people are making compilation videos. So everything blew up on Facebook. Facebook was like the baseline for almost everything All Def. It blew up first on Facebook. So Roast Me as a show was doing okay, but the compilations, the highlight reels, the Craig Smith, the Boo comps, you know, the Doughboy comps, the individual stuff was getting millions. So that's what really made Roast Me a hit. But that was, you know, three, maybe 4 years later. Dad Jokes, I pitched the idea. Shout out to Kev on stage. I wanted to call it Zingers. Thank Jesus. He was like, they're dad jokes though. You should call it Dad Jokes. I was like, okay. We shot the first episode, Tony versus Kev. It was so early, I didn't even put the jokes subtitles in yet. We dropped it on Friday. By Monday, it had 3 million views and had been on Good Morning America. Oh, so
wait, how many subscribers did you all have on YouTube? Was it on YouTube or Facebook that got these views?
The 3 million was Facebook.
Okay, and then how many followers did you have on Facebook when you dropped that?
Ooh, on All Def? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, because we had already built up some pretty good numbers on, and we were doing this show called For the First Time and Is It True?
Okay.
That would do really, really well on Facebook. But Facebook was where stuff was getting like high millions. At our peak, YouTube was getting between like 1 and 5 million. I think, yeah. There's a couple ones that went crazy, way crazier than that, but that would be like the average. But Facebook was the one that was getting really, really up there. So Dad Jokes was like right away. And then when we started using celebrities, that's when it really like went crazy, especially Will Ferrell versus Mark Wahlberg.
Woo.
Yeah.
Killing it.
How involved is T.I. still with All Def?
And Chance too.
Chance the Rapper?
Chance is the owner too, right?
No, Chance, that was a while ago. I don't even know how far that went. But okay. I talked to Chance a couple times about some things, but I don't know how far his involvement went. T.I.'s an investor, and I think he pitches a lot of stuff and gets it made. But that's over on the ATL side, so I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, okay.
But the extent of my working relationship with him was Roast Me.
Got it.
Yeah.
And how did things change when Cedric came in?
You mean like just Culture Genesis in general?
Yeah.
Culture Genesis bought us in 2019, and a lot of people don't know we closed because we never stopped dropping. We it's kind of funny. I guess I could say this. Kev was our like production leader, right? He would like lead all the meetings and stuff. And again, shout out to Kev. He was not supposed to tell us this, but he told us way too soon. He was like, "We closing. Y'all should look for more jobs, different jobs, right?" Because he's like, "I'm not about to sit here and lie to you guys."
Y'all my friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then at the end of that week, it turns out that was not the case, and we were still open for a little bit, but everybody was on edge. We saw the writing on the wall, all that kind of stuff. I had just gotten approved to do a full production. It was called Working Wild, and it was like a travel show with Tony Baker.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah, what's crazy about that show is that was filming when we closed. So we had just, shot up our podcast episode. The office was just running. I was in the edit bay, giving notes and all this stuff. And then we just had a meeting randomly, the all hands meeting that was just like, all right, that's it. Everybody clean the desks out. And then I got pulled to the side and they were like, you're still going to finish Working Wild though. So you're going to stay on because you have to do the edits. We still got a bunch of stuff coming out. So it was just very surreal. Everybody was leaving with their boxes, and I was staying behind. I was staying behind to work on this show with Tony Baker. I didn't even know if it was coming out. So there was all these amazing moments with Hawks landing on his arm, and he was herding sheep, and everybody was like, "Oh, I can't wait for season 2." And I was just like, "Damn, I don't even know if any of this shit is." So literally, right after wrapping, all the crew was like, "This was one of the best things I ever shot." Blah 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 blah. I'd fire everybody. I'd fired my whole team. It was one of the hardest things I ever did. But we closed, and then I was just kind of like in charge of these edits that lasted all the way until the end of the year. And then Culture Genesis bought us while we were still dropping weekly, so nobody knew we closed. So like from the beginning of the year to like the end of the year, we were just a ghost channel that had a couple people on salary just dropping stuff. So Culture Genesis comes in as a tech company. And they've really just been focused on the ad side of things. We started signing a bunch of, we signed like LOL and Steve Harvey's network and like just a bunch of black creators and to our network. And then that made us more popular on the marketing side of things because it wasn't just all deaf numbers. It was all these channels of numbers that was like a network. And then we could sell ads and brands against these numbers that it wasn't just all about all deaf. So I thought that was really, really smart because it gave us brands we never were able to work with before, like Snickers and McDonald's and stuff like that. So just selling us as a giant black network was better than just all deaf. And I think that's what Culture Genesis mainly did.
So I have to, that's a great segue, boy. I would have been mad as hell if you would have left out of here and I did not talk to you about, you have multiple podcasts and the behind the scenes view of all deaf sponsorships. How do you say somebody who's getting in, how do they try to find them? How do they, because they change everything. The money makes everything work a little differently. Yeah. What do it feel like to you that they are looking for?
Who?
The sponsors. When for let's say for Damn Internet You're Scary or Thick Threads or you do a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
But they be there. Working with Pat is good business. So it's like
it's not just the numbers. Like don't they?
It's hard to say because it's all it is. It really is about the numbers because that's why they would invest in it. But I will honestly say that the bigger the brands, the less I know about it because All Def has a sales team. So I'm kind of brought in on like, hey, we're talking to this brand, we need stuff like this. And then I'll write some shows for that and then just try to make it as authentic as possible, fighting against all that ridiculous red tape, because a lot of the bigger the brand is, the more people on legal, the more you can't really say, the more you can't really mention, and the less fun it is. So I guess the job is like execution based on all those parameters. But in terms of me on a personal level, I only get brands through like podcasts. I'm not like really into brands on my own. So that's just a matter of numbers, but in terms of like the bigger talks, I'm lucky to have like a sales team.
What do you think that not the number is, but where do you think, okay, now we should start seeking out these things?
Podcasts, 20,000.
20,000 views an episode when you're averaging those?
Yeah, I think that's the lowest level. When I first started Damn Internet You Scary, I mean, things could have changed. That was back in 2019, but it was kind of just like, yeah, we jumped the gun and we asked like the company about the brands and stuff. And they told us, but they were just like, you're not there yet. Like 20,000 per episode. And then
that's for the low ones.
As you go up, I mean, for the company we were at, and a couple other companies. Like I was at Revolt for a little while.
Hey, that's hilarious.
I had a crazy streak of bosses.
Well, you be winning. I mean, you had the Russell Simmons.
I know. In and out. Soon as the drug, it's gone before the bullshit.
But not a witness. To anything.
He's like, I did a short stint at Epstein Island.
I did a podcast over there.
I did a podcast from the island. But other than that,
dad jokes with Epstein is outrageous.
Oh, dad jokes with Epstein.
That's horrifying.
That's
for a couple reasons.
Damn, that's at least an animated sketch.
Oh, please don't. Animators don't do it.
Don't do it. So please clip that.
I see you going, go on, man. Do your thing.
This one. Speaking of podcasts,
yeah,
I had this question. Got to cross my legs.
Took a while.
Anybody listening, I was crossing my legs and my foot hit the table, and it took a while to cross these legs. You have a podcast with Persephone?
Yes.
How difficult is it for you to concentrate?
It's easy.
Is it easy to concentrate?
Yeah, she's beautiful, but it's like, I don't think we would be able to do the show that was a big thing. Was like a lot of comments were just like, "How are you doing this?" And it's like, would y'all watch it if I was just you know what I mean? The whole episode.
Anybody that hasn't seen it, I came across one of her videos randomly because I be doing like reaction videos. I didn't know she was a part of your podcast, so I just seen a video of a beautiful woman with the biggest breast I had ever seen in my life. But she looks like she carries it well. You know how some women look like they in pain? She don't look like she in pain. She just like, it looks like she carries them well.
Why strong though? Why did he personify?
But he's strong.
But I looked at a clip and I said, he's not looking down at all. Like you was having a legitimate conversation with her. And I, for the life of me, could not understand.
For the who? For the life of you?
For the life of me. How you were able to do that.
I'm locked in.
You locked in. That's why you're successful, and like you spoke about being disciplined.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think I could do that. Not the whole episode. I could do it in stints.
I was drooling. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, but an hour? Worth?
Yeah.
Not looking at titties for an hour? No, dog.
It is hard, but I mean, you learn to.
Persephone, we would love to have you on Killin' It, and I promise you,
she's a sweetheart too.
I will put.
She'll pull up.
I'll put a marker or something on your forehead, something to keep my focus.
Just wear shades or something.
I wear I got some shades. Thank you for telling me that.
I got some shades.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm an unprofessional, disrespectful.
I don't know how this you in my brain you're a gun collector.
Yeah, I just got one. I just got my last one.
Well, how many do you have?
It's not your last one. Let's be honest. It's definitely not your last one.
I have 4 pistols. Okay, I got 4 pistols. I just got a submachine gun. I have a rifle. I have a sniper rifle. I have a shotgun. I know I'm missing something. Oh, I have 2 rifles.
ARs.
I have 3 rifles.
Who you think coming for you?
Another pistol.
Who coming for you?
It's not that. It's really just like I want to learn how to use every type of gun.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know. It's just one of those things. There's a range I go to.
You got an outdoor range you go to?
No, it's indoor.
And they let you shoot what? They don't let you shoot the shotgun and
I can shoot everything, but nothing automatic. I don't have anything automatic.
Yeah.
But I mean,
we'll talk about this location off the thing.
Yeah. I could shoot a sniper rifle there.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. So
my homeboy collect guns.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he
It's
got a bunch
fun.
of them too.
I think it's important because it's like one of those things that. 2 things. Okay. Growing up, my dad had this riot gun. It was like a shotgun, and that was like the family protection. Like, you know, I knew where it was and all that thing. I found out as a grown man he had never shot it before ever. And then I learned about guns, and I was like, that shit might not have even worked. You know what I mean? Like, when you don't, I get it. Like, people are nervous around it, but I think that's why everybody should.
It's just a tool.
You gotta. The worst thing that can happen is you hurt yourself because you don't know how to use it or you're nervous with it. So
right.
I think it's just important to know.
I need somewhere to shoot my shotgun. I tell everybody, I say, if you don't think you need a gun, the moment you go in the gun store, you realize you need it. Because only 2 people work in the gun store. It's the red-haired dude with the beard and the hat. He's ex-military. He's really fit.
All ex-military.
Yeah, and he was like, this dude, he got hands.
I got a spot around. We're in Burbank, right?
Yeah.
There's a spot right down the street.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Direct?
I'm talking on. You talking about on Magnolia?
I think it's on Magnolia. Guns Direct.
There's a few. I go to Gun World.
See, okay, so I know that spot too. It's like a damn Costco for guns,
Yes.
right? The spot I'm going to, it's all
That's on the opposite side.
All ex-military. There might be 4 or 5 people working there, and it's just like a little shop. Like in Grand Theft Auto, you know how you walk in there and there's like guns on
Like
the
Grand Theft Auto.
They'll walk you through it. They'll give you the test. Like it's way more one-on-one. Whereas in Gun World, I felt like I was just like trying to flag down somebody.
Yeah.
It felt like Target.
Yeah. Literally Target. There's but yeah, because the only other person that works in there is the little frumpy. You know, he a little.
Why your voice go like?
Because he like molestery in the face. He like
hilarious.
Yeah, it'd be like it's always like a little. A lot of times in the gun store, it'd be like a little.
I'm not buying a gun from someone who's molested.
No, but I'm like,
some would say that's who you buy it from.
Yeah, a little school shooter in the face, and I'm like, you know what?
What school shooter
a
buy?
little school.
He's like, you know what? I need a gun just because if I want to whoop his ass, he got an AR on his back. It's like, and he clearly knows how to use it. So it's like, go get your gun, man.
I want to know anything crazy happened. You got any like on set stories? Like anything crazy happened that you remember?
Yeah, definitely. Which ones can I say? On set. I mean, you know, Roast Me has had its fair share of fights. We do need armed security now.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
I thought it was at least from the outside looking in. First of all, most of everybody on there I know, unless there's an out of town comic or somebody. Yeah. But it seemed like fun love.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that the best people are that, you know. But I think that there's like an unspoken hierarchy in Roast Me, you know, because it's just like who's been here, who's been killing it, who has their seat, right? It's a very aggressive show. In the sense that it is actually fully unscripted. So, you know, if you really don't bring it, you can get next level embarrassed, right? So if somebody's coming in there like, I want his seat, I'm going to go at him, blah, 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 and it doesn't go well, they can get in their feelings pretty quick. But a big thing that I did not know, and this is just, you know, sort of like the growing pains of producing, is that when you go to another city and do that, you don't know who knows each other and who don't. So I was just out there scouting, getting a whole bunch of like, I won't say where, but like, you know, we traveled to different places. And in some of the places, I got a bunch of people who individually can roast, but I didn't know their relationship with each other. And sometimes I was pairing people up or putting people in the same room who actually didn't like each other. And that didn't translate well to roasting because nigga already don't like each other and one person gets lit up, they're going to try to fight outside. And, you know, we've had gangs come up to the office and niggas waiting for people outside. And
wow.
Well, no.
I will say this. We've been giving Brandon Lewis his flowers. That nigga is strong. Oh, I tried to hold this nigga back one time. That damn near put me in the gym. I was like, this nigga is strong.
Yeah, B-Lou with the smoke.
B-Lou.
And
B-Lou's
an athlete.
from Georgia. Yeah.
And he's an athlete. Yeah.
B-Lou is a strong nigga, man.
What if somebody was trying to fight him?
B-Lou was not in the wrong. And I won't go into it, but like I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But like it wasn't anything serious either. But I mean, just, you know, niggas sometimes. It's cool.
Yeah, see, Sidney Castillo just told me, what was that, Laugh Factory on Sunday. He was like, you should do Roast Me. I said, I'd be done fought somebody, bro. You know, I'm little, I'm from Florida, you know, because I be feeling like, oh, you saying the shit that you've been thinking about me for 15 years.
Right.
And now you feel like this is the safe space for you to get that off your chest. Now I got to fight.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you change your mind, let me know.
Okay.
A big thing about Roast Me is it kind of let me know how to take a joke. I mean, we were already kind of there by all the bullying of all deaf anyways, but I feel like it was kind of like, you know, I realized it. We had an episode with Jay Wheels, rest in peace.
Yeah.
And he was in a wheelchair, and he was flaming people up. People were flaming him up. But afterwards, we were talking to him and stuff like that, and this woman came up, and she was like, "Hi, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Jay Wheels' mom." And I was like, "Oh shit, these niggas were going crazy on him. I didn't know his mom was here." Right. And such a nice lady. She said, I just want to thank you for this because this was like you really included him, you know? And that's when I was like, man, I'm thinking of this all wrong. Like, this is not a show about bullying. That's why I put the little, I don't know if you guys ever seen, the beginning of the show has the little South Park warning. Like,
yeah,
this is what this is. Do not do this, because we didn't want people imitating it at school. That's when I was like, oh, okay, this is almost healing. You know, a lot of people come on there with their insecurities. If I came on here with my big nose and 20 minutes of niggas talking about my nose happens, it's almost damn near like shock therapy. And then you dap up all those people and it's love. You're just like, okay, I was way too in my head about that. You know, it's not that big of a deal.
When you said that, my brain automatically went to Brandon's skin. I was like, bro, they used to be on Brandon's skin. Something crazy.
And that was tough, but honestly, every time Brandon brings that up, he brings it up positively. Like,
and Brandon's a great roaster. He's
a great roaster. He could take a joke, and that was good for his brand. A lot of people don't realize it, is that if you're in a good moment, you're in a good moment. It don't matter what side, as long as you take it well. But there's a lot of people who got flamed up, didn't say nothing back, who come up to me and they're like, man, everybody talks, oh, that's you from roast me, blah, blah, blah. And it's love. And sometimes it translates into ticket sales. And I love that.
Wow.
That's beautiful to me.
That's dope.
All right, we got a game on this show.
Hell yeah.
We call it Kill It or Let Live.
Okay.
All right, basically, I'm going to throw out a topic. You're going to say whether we should kill it, you don't like it,
okay,
or let it live. It's all good. All right, kill it or let live. You have 100 million followers on every social media platform, but you have to participate in a Diddy party.
What kind of Diddy party?
You know which one. We talk about
the worst of the worst.
The worst. He in the corner rubbing semen on his breast.
Oh, that kind of Diddy party.
Nigga,
a private one? Not even the mansion one?
No. 100 million followers on every platform?
Nah.
It's a kill it?
I don't. Yeah, the stuff he was doing was too weird. And it's gonna be recorded from
semen
every angle.
Semen on the nipples?
I don't think I'm not putting semen on nobody's nipples.
Don't add an extra S on there. Do that.
Okay, it's a kill it. Kill it or let live. Hooking up with a white woman on Juneteenth.
What is wrong with this nigga?
I don't know what's wrong.
First of all, that's hilarious. Second of all, let it live. What did Dr. King die for?
What's a better day to do it?
That's reparations, some would say.
That seems right.
Okay. All right. People kill it or let live. People constantly sending you reels in your DMs.
Let it live.
Oh.
Let it live.
You must be the one sending them.
No, I mean sometimes, but that's a good way to like source some content.
Okay, here it goes. Kill it or let live. Starring in movies for the rest of your life, but the movies will only be seen on Tubi.
That's cool. I'll let that live.
Let that live.
I don't mind Tubi.
All right, let's see if you mind this one. Kill it or let live. Eating your lady's ass immediately after she left the gym.
Oh, kill it.
Oh, no.
No, I don't like extra sauce.
You don't want
I don't want the twang.
Now, see, this guy over here is a little different.
Hey,
I know that. Are you a
different.
nigga like that? I know that you guys exist.
That eat ass at the gym?
Why you talking to him like they're over there? I know you like
No, because it's been in the ecosphere of podcasting forever.
These are two separate entities that they like to mix together.
What?
Yes, I have said possibly partook in eating some ass, and I don't mind dealing with a lady post gym.
Don't mind is different than
I'll suck
prefer.
titties after. I don't prefer sucking titties after she leave the gym, but I will.
You like twang on your tongue. You like a twangy
It's
tongue.
a little salty.
Tart tongue.
VT.
I like savory over sweet, my nigga. So.
Oh, VT.
Man, this has been the Killing It, everybody. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Now, hold on.
I don't think it's any. I don't think it is a bad thing to say. Wash your ass first.
Yeah, I'm not eating no ass. Eating ass is a delicacy. You do it every
BT.
twice a year.
Like blowfish?
BT.
Yeah. Exactly, like blowfish.
Because you gotta get the poisons out
Let it
first.
act like he don't
Eating
eat
ass is a delicacy?
Y'all don't eat ass?
BT. After the gym.
I'm not talking about after the gym. Y'all talking about after the gym. I'm just saying eating ass in general.
I don't think I ate ass this year.
This year. Congrats. I would say.
About to get my chip.
It's not too late. You got 2 weeks left.
2 weeks left.
Get my year chip.
All I want for a Christmas is you.
Stop it.
That looked natural.
Yeah, I mean,
That was the position.
The crossing the legs was a problem. But
I've never eaten ass, but I know how to tune it up now. You can class it up.
This is killing it.
Oh my God.
Class in that headlock.
Don't cross your feet. Don't cross your feet.
Crossing feet is
Don't
not
cross
as
your
bad as
feet.
him doing like this.
Yeah.
Stop.
The seal?
Yeah, like Bad Boys Bad.
You done brought the Diddy thing back.
Kill it or let live.
Kill it or let live.
Kill it or let live. This is the last one because this is going on too long. Kill it or let live. Balding men going to Turkey to get hair implants.
Let it live. If I have that problem, I'm doing that.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for the hair science to get better.
Yeah.
If I start balding, I'm over there. I'm Turkish, baby.
over there.
Hold on, this is the last one. This is the last one for real. This only because we was on the subject. Kill it or let live. You're the richest man in the world.
Let it live.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Let it live.
Let it live.
I don't care whatever it is. Let it live. I'm the richest man. That's enough.
I wouldn't want to be the richest man on earth. Hell no.
You're the richest man in, okay, you're one of the richest men in the world, but you can only eat your food through your booty hole. Silence, pregnant pause.
Holy shit. I can't eat no food through my mouth?
Only booty hole. And you have to grab it with your ass.
So like ribs? You have to stick a rib in your ass?
Why are we going to detail? Why are we, Patrick? Why
Because
are we
I'm
going,
wondering, like, is this a new
Patrick,
science?
I don't want to.
Is it liquidated first, or am I just putting full oranges up there?
I love derailing such
Oranges?
a great conversation. Just run our business. I'm done, everybody. Anybody that was like, what the hell just happened to this interview? I apologize.
I would be so fit though.
So that's a let live.
Where does it come out? It go back in and come right out.
Because I mean,
You get
if
the
that was the only way you could eat, you wouldn't. I mean, I get it. Your booty hole does have taste buds. I did learn that.
Does it?
I heard your nuts have taste buds too.
Why would they though?
What are you?
Your nuts have taste
No,
buds?
there's like people testing it online where like
You'll dip it in something?
They just like dip them in.
Don't do your show.
You know what I'm talking? They dip it in.
No, don't dip.
They dip.
And they'll be like, spicy.
Yeah, that's orange juice.
You can dip your balls?
Is that a truffle?
Justin, stop. Don't encourage this.
All right,
Hey,
man.
Quan, I'm interested.
We all over the place.
I'm dipping balls.
I'm letting it live.
Top 5
Let
video.
I'm out here.
Yes! And that's a clip.
I'm letting it live.
top five video games. You're a huge gamer.
Yeah. You guys, I would be very surprised if you agreed with these. Ocarina of Time on the 64. Mario 64.
Mario 64 is crazy.
You know what? I'm a big Pokemon guy. Pokemon Red, the first one. I don't know. Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas.
Okay,
Classic.
That's a classic. I need one more.
I don't care, but I do. I'm going Smash Bros.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm with you. I'm with you on Smash Bros now.
Okay.
and then we out of here after this, man. If you can, career-wise, you can picture it. You're killing it in every aspect. What does it look like? Specifically business-wise. Are you behind the scenes? Are you directing? Are you got a Pat Cloud TV?
I'm definitely always gonna do both because my thinking is that it's okay if you don't think I'm funny because I just produced something for BT that you might like, you know? So I think that you have way more wide range. So it's definitely both of that. I think ideally it would still be as free as I am. I don't want to get so good at something that's just all my time. So I think it would be still uploading what I want to do content-wise online, just at a higher level. My nights can be either divvied up between streaming and actual live performing. And then just like now, like, you know, I might have a week where I shoot 3 things. I might have a week where I shoot 1 thing. I think just peppering it in with the bigger shoots. But I kind of always wanted to, my idea of success was just growing all of the plants that I like, what am I trying to say? Garden?
You fertilize all the plants.
I don't want to say fertilize though. What's the other thing? How do you just put a seed in? What's that called?
Sowing.
I don't know. I don't
Dip it in.
I just want everything to grow. You know what I'm saying?
I want everything to grow.
I just want everything to grow. Yeah.
Dip them balls, man. Hey, man. No, dip them balls. No, you gotta leave it in.
I'm not.
Hey, man, this has been a phenomenal episode, as I
Yes.
knew it would be,
Thanks for
man.
having me,
Very
y'all.
insightful.
Very
Man, you one of my favorites, man. I gotta actually start following you on your social media. I'm one of them creeps that be like, what is he doing over there? Oh, I like what he's doing.
You know, with the animals, boy. That was interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, before you make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit us up in the comments. Make sure you follow Patrick Cloud on all social media platforms.
It's just Patrick Cloud, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
On Twitter, it's Pats on Your Back.
Man, that sounds like a
Pass on your bitch back.
I'm about to say, that sounds like a back shot. I've been Justin Hires
I'm London Brown.
BT Kingsley.
and the one and only Patrick Cloud, everybody.
Patrick.
Cloud.
Thanks for having me. This was fun.
Hey,
Yeah, man.
turn up.
What the hell?